Dana Abed joins me now live from Beirut, and she's the influencing lead for Oxfam in Lebanon. Welcome to the programme. Oxfam publishes this report yearly to coincide with the World Economic Forum, and I've just been looking at the report online, and it is extraordinary, Dana, that 10 of the world's richest men have doubled their fortunes during the pandemic, while the incomes of the rest of us, 99% of humanity, have fallen. Tell us more about this finding and other findings.
Yeah, well, indeed, COVID-19 has really been an inequality virus, and it has driven an incredible explosion in inequality. Let me tell you a little bit about the landscape worldwide. While the poorest people were losing their loved ones, they were losing jobs at a greater rate than anyone else, billionaires' wealth has risen more since COVID-19 began than it has in the last 14 years put together. At $5 trillion, this is the biggest surge in billionaire wealth since records began. And we believe that that, indeed, should be a source of deep shame for our governments. Just as a way of illustration, to tell you how inequality is huge, if these 10 men, the 10 richest men, were to lose 99.9% of their wealth tomorrow, they would still be richer than 99% of all the people on this planet. And this type of inequality really, really kills. Our conservative estimates show that inequality today contributes to the death of at least one person every 4 seconds. That's more than 21,000 avoidable deaths per day.
It's incredible. It really is. And you're speaking to us from Lebanon, a country that the World Bank describes as experiencing one of the worst financial collapses in the world since 1850. How is inequality seen there in Lebanon? Do you have billionaires or millionaires that are getting richer in Lebanon?
Well, we do. Unfortunately, Lebanon is also following that global trend. During the pandemic, billionaires' wealth in Lebanon saw a $2 billion increase, despite Lebanon going through the worst financial crisis in its history, or arguably in modern history. In fact, inequality in Lebanon is so wide that the top 5 richest people in Lebanon, which include our prime minister, own as much wealth as the bottom 80% of people in Lebanon, which is over 5.4 million people. Our government is experiencing a depletion of funds, inability to provide basic services and resources to its residents, while progressive taxation in Lebanon is eliminated, wealth tax is non-existent. That, in addition to policies that, of course, allow this economic violence to happen and that allow the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer.
Incredible that that's happening in Lebanon. I just want to ask you about practical solutions, because what can Oxfam do, to get some of that money back from those richest people in the world? We know there's formal taxation, there's philanthropy, but what about, getting them to come together to give back some of their wealth? I'm thinking of what the head of the World Food Programme did, David Beasley, when he challenged Elon Musk, for example. Can Oxfam do that?
Well, let me start by saying that Oxfam believes that this type of extreme inequality is not really by chance, but by choice. Inequality is indeed a political choice. And it's time for some common sense ambition that is grounded, as you mentioned, in formal taxation and policy reforms. 3 quick things that contribute to reducing this inequality and breaking the cycle, and then I will dive into further details. First, we need to claw back extreme wealth. We need to use this money to protect ordinary people rather than boosting billionaires' bank accounts, and redistribute power to make the rules more equal in the first place. We think that collectively we have the power to ensure everyone has decent work, has access to proper health care, has access to a vaccine, is protected from gender-based violence and the impact of the climate breakdown. Among others, of course. We need governments to prioritize the fight against inequality and economic rescue and recovery efforts. We need to see taxation of the gains of the super rich during this pandemic and redirect that wealth to save lives and invest in our futures. We must redistribute also power to rewrite the economic rules that create such violent, colossal divides to begin with. As a matter of fact, we have saw great ambition to tax the richest and build fairer society in the wake of World War II, for example. So why not now?
Indeed. Dana Abed, good luck to you and the rest of your team at Oxfam and Oxfam Lebanon too. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.